Taylor Swift is a link builder. There were rumors that she would get engaged. Our client said, let's give them a free wedding venue. And then we got them 50 links. That's digital PR.
Managing multiple clients or large websites? Automate your SEO with Ali AI. Start your free trial now.
Wix Studio, one end-to-end web creation platform for your agency to deliver exceptional work with absolute efficiency.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Trends are fun, aren't they, Michelle? I've been in that area before of trends. We're going to start with some trends today. We're going to talk about retail. We're going to talk about B2C retail, so retail, not e-commerce. I kind of consider e-commerce as things like selling insurance products or something like that, downloadables, but talk about a bit more about products today. We'll talk about trends. I'm going to introduce some research that we've done with some of our data journalism team. Those of you that were at my April talk, you know, we talked about women's fashion. This focus is retail. I want to roll back to one of the topics from retail fashion. Previously, I want to mention the sort of keynote from Carrie Rose this morning, who talked about breaking news. And I want to talk about a little bit about AIO data and Amazon data as well. So let's kick it off with a few trends. Nicole Scott was our data journalist for this. You're welcome. And she runs TrendWatch. It's a really, really interesting backstory to 10 trends. We send her thousands of trends every month. She picks out a whole load of stuff from that. Sign up for TrendWatch. So I got a 4 or 5 Campus 00S shoes. I think that's something that's shoes. These sports shoes. It's always happening. Anyone who works in this part of the industry will know about this. I'm not sure quite what's happening here. There's a couple of peaks that have happened recently. Leads me to believe that something may have happened on TV or in film. If anyone can enlighten me as to what that was, that'd be great. Anyone working in this kind of area on retail? Hand up. If you've got any hints and tips, do shout them out, because, I can give you a beanie as well. Any hints and tips, and I'll chuck a beanie in your direction. Here's an interesting one. Okay, so this is May 2024 on the launch of the 3rd season of a farm-based program on Amazon. The product itself was mentioned by Michelle. Can anyone guess what the program is and the product? Yeah, and the product was? Yeah, well done. You, well done. Where are you? You said that. Yeah, amazing. The Series 3 launch. The product was trending anyway. I had no idea what lion's mane mushrooms are, but it seems that, what's her name? Giselle Bundchen grows them in her hair. And it seems that they're a dubious new wellness trend, according to the Sunday Times, but I don't know much about it. Oh, by the way, what was that one? Shilajit? That came up in the research as well. It's funny how many things that you've mentioned we didn't work on this together, by the way. Some things have come up in the trends that Michelle has been talking about. This one's a bit of a weird one. I can't get my head around this one. I can't imagine it's being sold on TikTok because it costs 1,575 euros. It's an ice bath. I want to thank Tasmin, Charles, Naomi, and Michelle on one of the WhatsApp channels for giving me the backstory to this, because it's a crazy Dutchman, the Iceman, Wim Hof. I had no idea, but he's a crazy Dutchman. That obviously that is not the IJsselmeer. I'm pretty sure about that. But he's been promoting this ice bath. What is it? A health trend? I mean, surely we've got enough cold water around here. We don't actually need. You can walk about 100 meters in that direction, you'll be all right. So thanks for Crazy Dutchman, Wim Hof, for that one. Across the border in Germany, Birkenstocks, I'm pretty sure people will know why the pink Birkenstock actually trended. It was Barbie, yeah. There's a sub-trend under that. Crazy Dutch people. Is there any Dutch in the audience? I do. Oh shit, there's a lot here. Ik hou van jullie allemaal. And we'll see each other at the Dutch meetup tonight. Excellent. I'm not quite sure what happened here. white clogs, does anyone know? But this is kind of a sub-trend that came up. Was this VIPs that were wearing clogs? Does anyone know? Sorry? Just a general sort of fashion? Oh, right, okay. I reckon the Dutch variant is much nicer. It's about 40 quid cheaper as well. I don't know why they have a Danish flag on their logo, but they are a Dutch company. Klompen. So go and get your klompen from this company. A bit of plastic was trending this year. Actually, the brand was trending. I think Owala. I have no idea. I mean, I don't follow retail on a daily basis, but I follow the trends, and I find it interesting to sort of discover some of the stuff that's going on here. Anyone involved with this one? There seems to be like a sort of PR brand, startup kind of thing that's been happening. It's not the only bit of plastic that you can drink from that's been trending either. Of course, yeah, back to the old trainers. That seems to be a never-ending sort of trend that comes and goes. It's just always happening. If you haven't seen the film, I think it's Air. Great film about the Nike Airs. It's a really interesting sort of look at what happened with the Michael Jordan ambassadorship, let's call it. I recommend that. Right, let's circle back to a trend. Anyone from Manchester in here? Okay, ladies. Your day drinking outfits are still trending. For those that don't know what this is about, comes out of brunches, which turned into bottomless brunches, which turned into a whole thing that girls do. Manchester is where it happens, and I've had confirmation, and I saw someone nodding in the back. It's right. Yeah, I mean, it happens, yeah? You get that drinks in for 2 hours, but you get ready. The landing pages, I think Boohoo, and I'm pretty sure Carrie. You got something to do with this? There you go. It was a joint effort. Leading edge stuff. I really quite like this. We can laugh about it, but it's business, right? And you'll be pleased to know that this year it trended just as much as it has in previous years. So anyone that's got those landing pages, day drinking outfits, you're doing all right there. On the trends also, well, that was the second, and that's a massive, massive thing, the air up. It's like the word air seems to be in the biggest trends of the last 5 years. This Peroni Capri, my Italian colleagues in here, he'll like that one. Capri, well, is this like a variant of the normal Peronis or what? I think it's just a marketing thing built on Peroni, right? Garmin Vivo Active, and I tell you what, last Thursday I put this on the screen. I go home to reach for me Nutella, and what's in the cupboard? Frickin' pistachio paste from Italy. It's been there a month, I hadn't even seen it. So I speak to my wife, well, why did you buy this? Oh, I was doing some research about Italy. They have the croissants with the pistachio paste in. I'm like, oh, that's nice. So somehow that trend has influenced our purchases in Italy, so we ended up with pistachio. By the way, it's 80% sugar. It's basically posh Nutella. Don't bother with it. Okay. Right, the next bit, I wanted to introduce some of the research that I did with Callum Lockwood. Callum's in here somewhere. He's from Signal. We generated some data, but to understand that data, I just want to talk about the visibility index. It's our sort of key measurement KPI at Systrix. It measures the kind of shop front size of a domain, if you like. We take, for each country, 1 million keywords, a representative sort of dictionary of keywords. We churn through that, we pivot the data into domains, and then we sort of evaluate the keyword positions and the search volumes to come up with the visibility index. The actual number itself doesn't look very interesting until you compare it on a day-by-day or a week-by-week basis. And this is 10 years of Argos. A little bit of a downturn here. So we're doing that calculation every day on the same set, always been same set, plus minus 10%. We change every year. Over 10, there's 15 years of that data there. If you're with Argos, you'll be like, okay, what's happening here? Etsy, of course, that's a more recent brand, the growth, and there's a little drop off there. You can do some cool things as well. You can put them together and realize that it might not be me that's having a problem. Etsy may be having the same problem as well. It could be an industry problem, it could be a SERP problem, it could be a Google problem. We can do things like this, and we can see that some domains have relationships. This is the story of Pretty Little Thing, and misguided. Misguided have now disappeared, of course. They will reappear as misguided.com under Shine, who have bought that domain. But you can see the relationship here. You can see how close these domains were. So, you know, when things happen to you, it might not be you. It could be Google. It could be your competitors. So if you want to think about it as a kind of Oxford Street of, I mean, this is a retail view, right? If we were to take the visibility index for 1 million keywords, for all the sort of retail domains, you get half of Oxford Street will be Amazon and eBay, and then you got, I don't know, like Caramillion, the size of a door front, the size of a banana down here. But this has a problem because I just based this on a preconceived list of retail brands. There are plenty of sites on the internet that will give you a list of retail brands, but this is problematic. Let's show you why that is. So here's that list, the top 10 split into a pie chart based on my preconceived list of domains. The problem is, it's always wrong. Number one, you miss the hidden champions, the rising stars. And number two, you miss kind of some of the elephants in the room. And I'm not just talking about Amazon. This next chart is based on 1,900 keywords that users search for. So we're bringing in user into this evaluation now. If you look at the pie chart, it changes. So Amazon is smaller, and Wikipedia pops up here in your into dark section, finishing area there, bam, double A, and so you start to see the the hidden, not the hidden champions. That's a sort of like one of the elephants in the room. You start to see people like Reddit, YouTube, The Independent, and I don't know who beaverbrooks.co.uk are. Anyone? Okay, so they're in there, and they were not on a retail list that I have developed over 7 years of 550 different retail domains. Rising star. You can also see things like Carrie Ninja Kitchen. Well done, mate, because you're responsible for this, aren't you? Well done. So these guys popped up. It wasn't in my list, but they are competing in this space. However, we can go one deeper than this. This is domain level. What we've done is we've gone down to directory level. We started to try and find the directories. Now, if you think about domains, they contain a lot of crap: brand, jobs, your SEO content, customer sort of help content. You actually want to find your SEO projects, don't you? So thanks to SEOs and webmasters, everything gets, and information architecture, everything gets organized nicely, so we can start to look at directories and try and find what we call high performance content formats. And this is some work we've been doing since 2018, started by someone that was at Systrix before me. There's a great relationship between, and I'll talk about what it means in a second, but we gave a bunch of data to Callum. He came up with 4 winners, and he did some great analysis. And next Monday or Tuesday, that report will go public. But let me share with you the winners today. Skate Hut, if you're in here, I'd love to see your hand go up. Naturalistic Products, a brand I don't know of. Not on the high street, of course. It's almost D2D stuff, I believe. But anyway, Poetry Books is another one. We split them into commerce keywords and informational keywords as well. So those are the winners there. And the report next week, Callum will talk about categorization. Clearly, I mean, he says himself in the report, I sound like a broken record because it's categorization that comes up every single time with these winners. Landing page, categorization, that day drinking outfits is a great example. These are some of the things he'll talk about. HPCF, high performance content formats, can be defined fairly easily. This is not a bad graph. This is a graph of the percentage of ranking keywords that appear on page 1. So this is one of the winners, /skates on the skates.co.uk website. Kind of job done here, actually. 57% of the ranking keywords are on page 1. Not much going on in the rest of it. So that's a great, efficient. I'm not basing this on small directories. This is a fairly big directory that has a fairly stable visibility index. And anything above 1 is a serious SEO project. Let's have a look at another directory that they've got. They've got one called brands. Now, it does look quite nice, but the ranking is in page 1 here at 28%. We've still got stuff to do on page 2, page 3. And have a look at the visibility index over time for that one. We can see that that one's been tailing off. This comes up time and time again, this relationship between the percentage of keywords ranking on page 1 and long-term success. Let's look at an extreme example. This is dailymail.co.uk/female. They don't do SEO. They just chuck tons of content out there. 2% of their stuff, or 98% of their stuff is not ranking. So if you see your graph like this, be a little bit worried. Naturalistic Products, this brand I didn't really know about, but I'm imagining within their niche, they're a well-known brand. And look how niche this is. Hair care for curly, coily, and wavy hair. We can assume that their platform, their SEO, their technical is working. And then on top of that, user experience, which might include brand as well, and topical relevance, brings them this high-performance content. How do they look? Rising. So another great example. Thanks to Callum for churning through some of these there. Page 1 ratio was about 38%. And the report will come out, I've only got 4 minutes, the report will come out on Monday, and it will go there. I believe we've already got the database of the leading directories in a kind of searchable table there, but have a look for that next week. It will come up again at the end if you want to take a picture. Let's have a look at some AIO data. I mentioned that we go through 1 million keywords every day. We evaluate 1 million keywords. We don't just look at the organic SERPs, we look at the format of that SERP and the features within that SERP, and that includes, since about 3-4 weeks now, the AIO elements in the public searches, so not the logged in searches, the logged out searches. And I heard a couple of days ago that forums and discussions is now starting to appear heavily in UK SERPs as well. At the moment, and you can see it's kind of rising, 3.23% of that 1 million keyword set, which covers a broad range of types of search, including informational and commercial, long tail, brands, and everything else. 3.23% have an AIO. That QR code is for a new tool, actually a new bit of data that we've just made public last week on the Google Radar tracking page. We'll now give you the feature growth for all the features that we track. This is really useful. If you're going through a core update, do check this to see if there's been massive changes. You know, give it a week or two, see if there've been massive changes in the format of SERPs in general. It might give you an idea that things have changed in the SERPs. Let's have a look at a few sectors. So that the retail list of keywords, the 1,900, I ran that through. 2.9% of those have AIO boxes at the top of them. I've got what I call the Cyber Monday search. It's I want to buy a TV. Charlie Williams does our sector watch every month, and I took the keyword set that he developed for TV tracking, ran it through, and 0.41% of those keywords have an AIO. So clearly in that sort of do category, not so much going on, as opposed to the no category in TVs, 7.9%. Let's look at a couple of domains. So DIY.com, and Cooboy, as we call it in Ipswich, 1.21%. And one of the winning directories, the Curry's mobile phone directories, I don't know why it says mobile phones, but it does and it works, 1.84%. Health, informational, the thing that Google told us to be really careful about 2 years ago, get your content in order. They said we might penalize you if you don't show us that you're really showing expertise in this area. And now they seem to have taken that as their key AIO feature at the moment. I don't know, maybe I'm just speculating that they led us into creating great content that they could use for AIO. Let's talk about Amazon search. 2016, a report was written that said over 50% of product searches start on Amazon. That sounds a bit average to me. It sounds a bit like one of those average figures that no one can ever use, like the average CTR. It's useless because you don't do an average search, right? So let's have a look at some Amazon searches. Amazon data is in Systrix as well. We have two sets of data. We have Google, we have Amazon. So let's have a look at some of those. AirUp's the big one this year, last 48 months. A lot more happening on Google. This is quite an early product, and I think it's quite an expensive product as you know, as plastic beakers go. So maybe that's why there's some stuff happening on Google. Washing machines, as you'd expect, bit of research, and it's an expensive product. 178,000 compared to 7,500 on Amazon. Same with dishwasher. What do you think dishwasher tablets? What do you think about dishwasher tablets? Do you think there'll be more on Google or more on Amazon? Amazon, of course, is a no-brainer purchase. Over 10x searches on Amazon for dishwasher tablets. Air fryer and air fryer liners, it's a similar story, although air fryers do go into that sort of gifting category, you know, the sort of 50 to 100 pound gifting category is a Christmas thing, no brainer. Oh shit, I forgot to buy a present. Amazon, boom, done. Air fryer liners, 10x searches. No one can be bothered to really do any research on that. And it goes across other categories as well. AA batteries, no one wants to research that. They do it on Amazon. Ironing boards. 10% of you apparently do, you know, Google search. Who does Google search for ironing board? Anyone? Come on, I know there's someone in there that has done it. After the 5th cheap ironing board breaks, right? You're like, I'm going to get a decent one. I'm doing some research on this. No one dares admit it, but I know 10% of you do it. Cat litter, sorry cats, you're on the same level as dishwasher tablets. We'll just push the button on Amazon for that one. Won't do any research about whether it's a repeat purchase, right? Desk fans again, and the E14 LED light bulb. The light bulb's gone, love. Yeah, I'll just sort that one out. Pack of 10, Amazon, done. 3,700, so 100 times more on Amazon. And clogs, bringing it back to the crazy Dutch people who are crazy because they did a roller skating session at lunchtime. Well done. I love you all. Thank you for listening and enjoy your time tomorrow.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.